Sorry, a little frustrated. I'm having issues with this tent. Welcome to Life with Colonel Lee. I'm Colonel Lee, and we're taking a look at a red tent. So it is the week of Valentine's Day. So happy Valentine's Day. How appropriate, looking at a red tent. Although this tent is very aggravating to me. Alright, stick around, we'll take a look. It is what it is. Alright, let's take a look at the Mier LanShan 2 in red. That's 2.6 pounds. Alright, so this is the footprint. It's not included. I purchased that separate. It's for the LanShan 2. So I'm going to weigh this with the tent. 2.76 with the ground sheet. So we're at 15 inches long by 5.5 inches. Okay, so I'm really struggling with this tent. I'm definitely needing some practice on this one. I obviously don't have it square or something. The sides don't seem to go down very far, and I'm not sure how to keep them down because there's no extra stakes. Seemed like a stake would hold that one down, and then you can just zip it. Right here, you know. So right now I just got it through the pole through the loop. You can see how that side comes up. That's not going to work, so we got to do some playing around with this thing. Get it pitched a little better. It's not a freestanding tent. You have to use your trekking poles. So definitely takes some getting used to. We've got a 20 to 30 mile an hour winds here today, and it's 40 degrees, feels like 34, somewhere around in there. So I don't know if I got this pitched very well here. I'm gonna do some more tweaking on this and we'll come right back. Alright, so today I'm not gonna get this figured out. So I'm sure there are plenty of LanShan owners out there who know the remedy to this situation I'm in here. I just don't see how you keep that bottom covered right there without using additional stakes, because I tried lowering that side, as you can tell, and it really doesn't do anything. It doesn't matter because the wind just blows it in and then it just starts going up. So unless they give you extra stakes to stake out that point there, I'm going to go grab some extra stakes and see if that won't help out here. Alright, so I did a little bit of tweaking here, and I'm obviously going to have to do a lot more. I am just having a lot of difficulty with this LanShan 2. So, let me just get up a little closer here. What I did the first time, I put the trekking pole right here, and so the vestibule was behind the pole, so I put the pole behind the vestibule. Alright, so now I got the vestibule out, and I got a little extra ground stake there. It still flails around quite a bit. I'm sure if I tweak these corners a little bit, but right now I just really don't feel like doing it today because it's really windy and cold. I mean, if I was out, you know, camping somewhere, obviously I would take more time and, you know, really try to figure this out. But I'm the kind of person, when I get a new tent, I like to set it up in the backyard first and get through all the bugs or whatever, have it all figured out, so that way when I do get out in the wild camping, whatever you want to call it, out in the bush, then I pretty much got a good idea how to go about setting this sucker up. Alright, well, let's see if we can, well, let's take a look at features on the outside here. You got some roof vents, obviously, here. So you could bypass those vents if you wanted and do the guy out cord right here. And that would relax that flap a little bit, so you could reduce some airflow if you wanted. And then it comes with 4 guy lines, so you can guy out that point there. It comes with nice stakes. It comes with some nice guy lines. The material itself is pretty nice material. This one here is moving on me. Let me see if I can get that fixed. So we're going to get in the vestibule on this side and see what we can figure out about this this trekking pole not staying where it's supposed to be. Bear with me here, bear with me. Alright. Tie this back so it won't flop around on me all the time. Okay, there's a little strap up in here, and I'll show you here in a minute, that the handle of the pole goes into to keep it from slipping down like it was. So that's good. Let's check that out. See that strap up in there? And I'll tell you what, I am having a lot of difficulty with this tent. Whew. So this is a 2-person. No, this is a 1-person. This is a 2-person, very minimalist. Riley, you're not coming in here, dog. It's too crowded. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm going to see if I'm going to close this vestibule here. All right, let's just bear with me here. This tent is really crazy. This is a crazy tent here. Alright, there is a pocket there, and there's another one over behind me, the same thing. So you can see this tie-out point here on the side. The tent body does connect to it. So I'll stretch that out. Now we've got 20-30 mile an hour winds, and these vestibules are just flailing away like a sail on a ship. And I'm sure there's a way to get it to not do that. It was even worse, but I had to get some extra stakes to stake out the end out there, and it's still, possibly I have the pitch too high, but it looks like that's the height it's supposed to be. So anyway, so all the corners are reinforced with extra material. This tent is waterproof. I did purchase the ground sheet, so I do have that underneath me. Let's take a look up top here. There's a hook. You get another hook over here, so you can hang a light of some sort, or string up a line, have a dry line or whatever. Okay, so the tent body on this is all mesh. On the ends here, there is a slight solid panel, breathable material, and it's like that on both ends. There's plenty of room through the door opening on the tent body here. I obviously do not have this. I'm not going to mess with it. I obviously don't have this tent staked out properly. There's so many adjustment points. There's like one on each end when you, and I'll show you in a video here. I'll go out there and show you what I'm talking about in detail. So you get one stake per corner, and you have 3 items going through that one stake on each corner. So if you don't have the ground sheet, then you just have 2 items. Okay, you have the tent body, and then you have the rain fly. And they seem to be a lot different lengths. Obviously the rain fly is going to be a little longer. Okay, I understand that. But you still, both points go through the one stake, and that's where you get the 2 adjustments. So you got a bungee cord coming from the tent body, and it's adjustable from here and adjustable from here. And it's the same thing with the rain fly. So obviously you have to figure out and get them equaled out. So the tent body is not going to go quite as far, but okay, so the tent body is not going to go out quite as far as the rain fly, but you have one stake. So if you put the one stake in, then the tent body is going to be fine, but then you're going to have too much slack on the rain fly, which is what I have. So it seems like I need to undo that bungee cord strap a little longer for the tent body to allow me to stretch that rain fly a little more tighter with the one stake. That's what I mean. There's so many points of adjustment here. So you really do have to do a lot of practicing with this tent. Whew. I'm sure once I get it figured out, and I keep all this flapping and crap from happening, if I can learn how to pitch this thing properly, I'll probably like the tent. Right now, I really don't like this tent. I really don't. There's going to be a lot of LanShan owners out there. They're going to be like, oh, this great tent, whatever. And that's fine. It might be for you. Right now, it's not for me. So, like I said, unless I get it figured out, I'm going to play around with it some more. Just not today. It is very windy, very cold. And I don't feel like being out here and getting frustrated with this. trying to figure this thing out. So if you're taking this out for the first time, out camping in the wild or whatever, wild camping, I mean, you hear all that flapping. A tent should not flap around like that. So if you do have some advice, you know, go ahead and put some kind comments down below. And I'm going to take a look at some other videos, some friends of mine who I know have the LanShan, and I'm going to see if they have any videos of where they're pitching their tent and what tips they have. And then we'll do another follow-up video on this tent, and maybe I'll have some pointers from some of my friends, and I could pass those along to you and see if we can't get this tent situated a little better. So really, I'm not even going to do any measurements at this point. They're saying it's a 2-person tent, but I'm going to do a rough estimate. I wear a size 12 shoe, so I'm just going to measure with my shoe real quick. So 3. So it's about 38 to 40 inches wide. I just really don't feel like going out and getting my tape measure because I'm kind of irritated with this thing. I'm trying to do the zipper, and the whole tent body is coming up. There's a bungee loop that goes around the pole for the bottom, but all it does is just help stretch it out sideways. It don't keep it down. So yeah, it's just a little difficulty here. Just a little difficulty. This noise is really getting on my nerves too. Okay. Yeah, the tape measures are way over there. Okay. This tent really hasn't frustrated. I want to figure this thing out. I mean, I think it's such a lightweight tent, and it is roomy for 1 person. 2 people, you're not gonna. There's no way unless you're really small. I'm 6 foot, you know, 215. I couldn't see 2 of me in here. Alright, well, I think we're done with this video. This is, it is what it is. We'll do a follow-up video, and I'll see if I can't get some of this stuff worked out. And you're more than welcome. Go ahead and, you know, make a comment if you're familiar with this tent, if you own this tent. And I don't know, help me out, give me some pointers or something. All right.